Hello and welcome to Fenton Elliott Solicitors. I'm Simon Fenton. I'm here with my partner Chris Sutton, who's the head of our family team. And today we're going to have a chat about whether hiring a lawyer is itself an aggressive step. So Chris, this is one for you. If a party hires a lawyer, is that considered by them or the other side to be, you didn't need to do that, that's a bit aggressive?
It's a question I hear a lot in our initial meetings that we have with clients. I'm a bit worried about hiring a lawyer because what will my ex-partner think? They'll think I'm trying to be aggressive and I'm trying to take them to the cleaners. It's not the case. Hiring a lawyer is about taking advice. You wouldn't embark on a big change of personal circumstance without seeking some advice first. Very few people would buy a house without getting a survey done to make sure that actually the house is standing upright, or using a conveyancing solicitor to make sure that the paperwork is drawn up correct and you actually do own it and haven't gifted it to Battersea Dogs Home or anything. So I think it's the same with family law and probably the same really with an employment law issue. It's taking advice is not an aggressive step. Taking advice from the right lawyer is important. There are aggressive lawyers out there, can't lie. I and all of the team here at Fenton Elliott are members of the Resolution organisation, and we abide by the Resolution Code of Conduct, whereby we commit to actively working on our cases to resolve them in an amicable way.
So if the other side, if the other half of this dispute hires a real tiger, and we're not, are they at an advantage?
No, absolutely not. Just because someone shouts louder doesn't mean they get heard any more than someone who makes a good, coherent point appropriately. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't change our approach. Every client deserves a specific approach to their case. And don't get me wrong, I'm more than happy to roll my sleeves up and have a good battle if I really absolutely have to. But that's not where I'm starting. I start from a point of wanting to resolve the matter amicably. I want to see how much we can resolve quickly, efficiently, and without having to argue or sling mud at each other.
Because I've had people say to me, Simon, I want a real tiger. Are you a tiger? And I don't think I am a tiger, but I think some people think I'm a bit scary. I don't know. Does that make me a tiger? And again, I think that those people are more interested in the process than the result. Will a tiger get you what you want, or would something more constructive and coherent and ultimately persuasive get you where you want? I often tell people you've got to keep your eye on the ball. First, number one, what's the ball, right? If you work out what the ball is and you do that and work out where it is, you can work out a route. And if it requires aggression, which, has to be frank, it rarely does, then sure, why not? We'll have a pop. But
it's about appropriately targeting your effort, right?
Yeah.
You can't walk into every case being bolshy and demanding and kicking things around, because in reality, all that is going to do is increase the party's legal costs.
I've seen that before. There's been a couple of employment lawyers, family lawyers I know, notoriously aggressive. And there was a commercial property lawyer, again, notoriously aggressive. And what people who were instructed on the other side would say is, because that person is, because your other half has instructed that person, your costs are going to go up because they are undealable with. They are so aggressive that it's just going to increase everybody's costs.
I have seen it.
Yeah, I've seen it.
But that's why I encourage parties to talk to their other half about instructing a lawyer. Don't make it a surprise, unless you have to. There are certain circumstances, quite frankly, you have to act quickly. Domestic abuse situations, you may have to act quickly. There might be urgent child arrangements matters, you need to act quickly. But most of the time I would encourage talk to your partner about the fact that, do you know what, we need to take the next step. We need to go and take some legal advice. I'm going to speak to whoever you're going to speak to. They are a resolution lawyer. They're going to help us deal with this amicably. You should speak to someone who abides by that code of conduct too, because it's going to save both of us money in the long run.
Are all family lawyers members of Resolution?
Not all. And indeed, unfortunately, lots of family lawyers are members but don't necessarily live and breathe the code of conduct as they should. I think I take a good, fair, balanced approach. I will approach every case trying to be as amicable as I can to reach the right outcome for my client. I tend to take a shield rather than sword approach. Is
that effective?
I think so. Okay. I know how to roll up my sleeves and get stuck in if I really have to. But I prefer not to, because I know that's in my client's best interests. If there is a way to do it without beginning to throw mud,
I mean, that's the key, isn't it? You've got to think about what's in the client's best interests.
Always.
What's in our best interests is different to what's in the client's best interests. And I sleep well at night knowing that I do what's best for the client. I don't have to justify myself. This is what's best for you. And if my advice is you don't need me and I'm doing myself out of a job, I'll happily say that, because I don't want later to have to say, well, you could have done this without me, but here's my bill. I don't want any part of that. There's enough work, right? There's enough work for all of us. I'll do the best thing for you, whatever it means for me, and I sleep well at night on the basis of that.
And I'm exactly the same. Clients need to know that you're looking out for their best interests, and sometimes that means saying, I'm not sure you need me. Or this is an element of your instructions that I think you can adequately do yourself, and I'll help you in the background.
Or this is advice you don't want to hear, but you need to hear.
Absolutely.
Yeah. All right, listen, Chris, that was great. Thank you very much. If we can help you at Fenton Elliott Solicitors, please, if it's family law, call Chris. If it's employment law, call me. We both have teams we work with, and we'd be delighted to help you.